biggest impact on your long-term profits, it's not another marketing course or another piece of software. It's the efforts you put into becoming a CEO with exceptional character and finely tuned executive functioning skills. If you want to unlock that 30% edge and move from stuck to sustainable, stop chasing the technical skills and start building the best version of yourself. The executive function and the character traits that you need for success are all learnable. The character side gives you that motivation and have the biggest impact on your profits. We used to call this soft skills, but as many people know, these are actually the hardest skills. Persistence, resilience, resourcefulness, self-discipline. These are the human traits that separate the successful leaders. Welcome to Mastering Business Flow, the essential podcast for business owners ready to transform their work life. I'm your host, Lindow, a certified productivity and systems expert. I'll help you close that critical CEO gap, the gap between working hard and having real control over your business. We dive into the systems and skills of high-performing CEOs so that you can stop being stuck in daily tasks and start flourishing today. It's time to achieve simpler, higher quality living. Let's start flowing. If you're a small business owner, you know the feeling. You started with a brilliant idea, your core expertise, but now you spend your day doing a million other things, managing project timelines, wrestling with specialized software, trying to create a viable budget. You are responsible for everything. And the overwhelming need to master every technical hard skill can stop your business growth dead in its tracks. While the technical skills are necessary, the research is clear. They are not sufficient for your business success. They can get you started, but they won't sustain you. You're probably feeling overwhelmed because you're trying to be prepared for everything, and that's impossible. The solution to beating overwhelm isn't more knowledge. It's finding a single, simple place to focus your energy that delivers the biggest results. It's time to invest in the single most profitable part of your business, you. So what is the formula for unlocking achievement? That's what we're going to get into today. Let's look at the science of high achievement from experts like Martin Seligman and Angela Duckworth. They came up with a formula that says achievement equals skill plus effort. So let's break this down. What it's saying is that to really achieve and to reach your peak performance, to truly unlock everything that you're able to do, you need to have both skill and effort. So what do they mean by skill and effort? The skill is what you already know, the knowledge that's built into your head, but also your what we call executive function. This is your ability to organize yourself and your thoughts to stay focused. The idea is that your knowledge helps you to go fast, but then we have to have some smarts about us, some skill in order to kind of slow down, to be analytical, to prioritize our workload, things like that. The skill is magnified by your effort. Effort is character. This is your inner drive, your motivation, persistence. It's the passion that determines how much time you're willing to stick with something. No matter what your skill is, if you've got that character trait, it's going to multiply and make it even more likely to happen. That's allow you to put the time in. The executive function and the character traits that you need for success are all learnable. But the character side is what is really going to have the biggest impact on your profits. So what do we mean by character exactly? That's where the effort came through. We used to call this the soft skills, but as many people know, these are actually the hardest skills. This is persistence, resilience, resourcefulness, self-discipline. These are the human traits that separate the successful leaders from those who do not ever get as far. And Adam Grant did some research taking business owners who study technical skills versus these character skills, and he found that those who had these character skills and learned those increased their profits 30% more than those who just focused on the technical skills. So this is a good warning to us, or a good lesson for us, that we want to focus on this character. It is a foundation that allows all of our ideas to work. You can have a million great ideas, but if you don't have that character trait of that persistence, resiliency, etc. to go forward, you're not going to make it. It's not going to work. We're looking at triple the benefit of technical training. The technical training of learning how to set up a website or a CRM or marketing tools, something like that. Why is this? Investing in yourself, your passion, your discipline, your integrity, that's going to help you spot better opportunities. It helps them stick with challenges. It helps them build trust with customers and employees. And that is what makes the bigger profit in the long run. You want to spend your time and money building those skills, the ones that are really that are guaranteed for your success. The character traits, especially grit, and the executive functioning skills. Let's look a little bit more about this executive function, which is part of the skill. Executive functioning. This is what gives you the structure, the way to use the knowledge that you have. You can be the smartest person in the room, but if you don't have these executive functioning skills, you can't do anything with that knowledge. And as a CEO of a business, these become critical skills because you are juggling different priorities, making decisions with limited information, and you're constantly switching tasks. What you need for this executive function are three different things. The first one is the ability to stop, think, and decide. This is the ability to stop what's going on, eliminate these distractions, and resist impulses. And that is helping you to filter through all the kind of noise and focus on what really needs to be done. The second part of the executive functioning is what mental juggling. What is in your mind, what you can remember. And my second podcast episode, I talked about a way you can build a second brain that helps with this mental juggling. Because the more you're trying to keep in your kind of active brain, the harder it is for you to remember things. So you want to have more of a digital system to kind of capture that information and be able to find it when you need it. The third skill of executive functioning is the ability to bounce back, this kind of flexible thinking, right? This is that you can quickly switch gears if you need to. So if you are focused on this problem and now another one comes up, that you can turn off one and focus on the other and not be just crushed by it. As an educator, my background was 20 years working with teens and adults teaching, and a lot of that time is spent on these executive functioning type skills. This showed me that those students are also successful, right? If you've ever heard of the marshmallow test, those who have impulse control get better grades, do better on SATs, and do better in life in general. And I started my coaching business because I realized that these skills are not emphasized enough in the schools, at least not in the schools near me. And they are things that some people do have innate, but most people need to learn them. And these are critical for our success in the workplace and running businesses. I started my coaching to help business owners develop these skills. These are vital skills that are often overlooked in the professional world. I worked with business owners to set up simple science-backed systems that actually kind of help them overcome some of their deficits and to build on their strengths. Because sometimes all you need is the right system in place for these to work, to be able to focus, to be able to manage all the different information. You don't need to be better at everything. You just need a system that's going to help you to manage what your brain can do. And this is what I developed the flow framework for. This is what I call the CEO operating system. It's a way to integrate your growth and make sure that your business moves forward very intentionally in 4 different areas. The first one is focus. This is the ability to stop those distractions and focus on one thing at a time. Using SMART goals, right? That helps you to set the plan, but it's getting very clear on what you want. And that is your filter for everything else. The second one, L for love, is really where we get at emotional intelligence, how we lead with empathy and learn to improve our relationships with others and nurture the emotions, regulating our own emotions and recognizing the emotions of others and becoming aware of that. Learning how to take the perspectives. How does my customer see this? That's one of the most basic ones I see a lot of business owners missing, is looking at their products and services from the view of their customer. Also, building trust with your customers is the best way that they're going to be able to buy. O is for operations. which is the technical systems for managing that information overload. We talked about with the executive functioning, how there's just all this information. You've got to have a way to kind of sort through it. The operations or these systems help you to overcome all the different information that's out there and get it in an organized way so that you have the information you need when you need it. One is just simple prioritization, right? Like you've got the goals. Now, what are the next steps that you need to do today even? And using a simple system to help you track that. The last one is W for Wellbeing. This gives you the ability to kind of bounce back, that you want your mental capacity working at full function. And this you do by your rest, your exercise, your eating, and developing your brain. That's going to help you to be able to think more quickly and to help with that achievement. Even just 10 minutes of exercise a day is going to help that brain flow better. And paying attention to when your brain is in different states. If you're too elevated, you can't think clearly. And if it's too low, you can't have enough good ideas to respond to your business issues. The main thing I want you to take away from today is that the biggest impact on your long-term profits, it's not in another marketing course or another piece of software. It's into the efforts you put into becoming a CEO with exceptional character and finely tuned executive functioning skills. That is a simple way to overcome overwhelm. With you've got the characters giving you the passion you need to keep going, and the executive function will give you the control you need to put your intelligence to drive and succeed in your business. If you want to unlock that 30% edge and move from stuck to sustainable, stop chasing the technical skills and start building the best version of yourself. I want to help you take action right now without adding to your overwhelm. Sign up for my no-cost business course, Business Growth Email Course. And every week, I'm going to send you one simple, actionable step based on the flow framework. It's designed to build these high-impact character and executive function skills and get your business flowing. Find the link in the show notes and start your growth journey today.